To use iPECS Cloud WebFax, first you will need to assign the WebFax license to the users that you would like to use it. Go to User followed by User Setup and select the user. Then click Modify. To add the license, scroll down and press Feature. At the bottom, click on the plus icon to add an additional feature. You will now see a window with the additional licenses that can be added. If you have a WebFax license, you'll be able to select and add for the user to be set for fax by clicking in the license and press Select. Click Save to confirm the changes. Now that the user is linked to the WebFax user license, we will need to configure our fax group. First, navigate to Call Manager, followed by WebFax. You can create a fax group if you want to, share a fax number with multiple members. If you want to do a single user fax, you can skip this step. To create a fax group, click on Fax Group and click Add. Enter a name in the group name field, an email that will be linked with the group. You can also choose if you receive email notification by ticking this box and attach files for any faxes received by this group by ticking this box. Under the Member section, you can add users to the group. Click Change and then move the user into the group. A fax group member is a user who has the ability to receive the faxes if assigned by the fax group manager. To add the managers to the group, go to the Manager section, click Change and then move the manager user into the group. The fax manager can first check the fax received by the fax group number and assign it to the appropriate member and click Save. Next, go to Fax Number to create the fax settings. Give the fax number a name in the fax name field. The fax type will be either group fax or user fax, linking the fax to either one user or many. Selecting group fax, you'll be able to choose from the created groups under Fax Group. If the type selected is user fax, then you will be able to select from the users that have the WebFax license. Click on the user you would like to select and then click User Assignment. Once selected, it will then populate the user's name. Next, set the fax number. This is the number faxes will be sent to. We will then need to set to outbound CLI that the fax will be sent from. You can set a description, a retransmit interval, and also send limit. This is how many times the system will try to send the fax. We can also change the option for email notification, file attachment, or amend the email linked with the group or user. Then save. Next, navigate to Manage Fax Cover. From here, we are able to create a cover page that can be sent before the fax. Click on Add to add a cover page. Enter a cover page name on Cover Name field. You'll be able to see the layout on the right-hand side and type a subject, message and footer. To preview, select the Preview button. Next, Fax History. Fax History will show all of your historical faxes. You can search by period of time, result and direction. The final section on the Customer Manager you should go to is Fax Report. This shows a statistical breakdown of your faxes. After configuring the fax in the Customer Manager portal, we need to log in as the user to utilise the fax options. Log into the user portal with your extension's portal ID and password. Then navigate to the fax section of the user portal. Go into the inbox, which has two sections. My box shows faxes received by a user fax. If you have received faxes, then you'll be able to see further information and a preview of the fax. This can also be downloaded. Within the group inbox, view faxes sent to the group mailbox. You can then move this to the relevant member in the group if you are a manager. Next, select Outbox. This will allow us to view the status of sending faxes. The result can be failed or successful. Navigate to Send Fax to send a fax. To select the recipient of the fax, this can either be entered manually, or you can select a record from the address book. Sender number is the outbound CLI of the fax. Now we can select if we are going to be using a fax cover. If this feature is being used, first tick the box, and then you will get a pop-up that will show you available fax covers to select from. Choose the file that you're going to be sending. Select Browse next to Attach Multi-File. We will now be able to select our files that we would like to add to the fax. To select multiple files, use the Control key and click the files. Once the files have been linked, you will be able to see the total files and size. You also have the option to delete all files. You can choose to receive an email notification if the fax has been sent correctly or if it has failed. And you can select when the fax will be sent, either immediately, or you can set this for a specific time. Choose to preview the fax, and if you are happy with this, you can then look to send the fax pressing Send Fax. Navigate to Spam. In this section, you can select numbers to be marked as spam and also view your spam list. This will ignore faxes from this user in the future, automatically sending any faxes received by them to the spam box. You can add, view and delete user from the options at the bottom of the screen. You can also move items back from the spam folder if they are not spam items. The recycle bin, this is where any deleted faxes will go. In the recycle bin, you have the option to select any faxes and then empty to permanently delete the fax. You can also reinstate any faxes that have been removed by accident. The final section that can be configured on the system is the address book. This allows you to add contacts to be easily selected when sending faxes. This is done either manually for an individual record by clicking Add, or if you have a large number or records, you can upload an Excel document. Records can be shared with the other fax users on the system by selecting the record as Company Share.